the streets of Los Angeles, where we've been given the exclusive opportunity to try out the Audi Etron GT concept car that was unveiled at the LA Auto Show late last year. Car tester Emmanuel Schäfer likes the look of the e-Tron GT straight up, but he won't be on his own for the drive. He's joined by Dennis Schmitz, technical project manager for the e-Tron GT. Dennis says it's a fully fledged show car. He's happy to show Emmanuel what the e-Tron GT is like. Accompanied by a police escort, the pair begin their trip through the streets of LA. The car has no number plate and is not normally permitted to drive on public roads. The fully electric coupe boasts an impressive 434 kilowatts of power, so it could rival some sports cars out there. And all with zero emissions. But sadly, here in the city, they can't push the e-Tron anywhere near to its limits. Aside from the electric motor, the cabin of the car is also unusual. Dennis explains that the interior uses only vegan materials. There are no animal-based products at all. The steering wheel uses microfiber, the seats are fabric, it includes recycled materials. The floor mats, for example, are made of reclaimed fishing nets. It certainly looks quite futuristic. The slimline hexagonal steering wheel and the style of the slide control for the automatic transmission are a break with tradition for Audi. The entire interior is tailored to the driver's needs. There's also space for a head-up display, which would project information to where the driver can see it more easily. At first, the seats look quite comfortable, but during the drive, Emmanuel starts to realize that while the e-Tron GT has a good grip on the road, it's also pretty hard. The slightest bump in the road is immediately passed on through the seats to the occupants. Dennis explains that's because this is only a show car. It doesn't yet have the suspension that the final e-Tron GT will have. He says the final vehicle will be sporty, but it'll still be a comfortable ride. But there's something else that's still bothering Emmanuel. Audi sees this as a touring car, he says, but the range of 400 kilometers is fine to get you around the city and a bit beyond. But what if you want to go on holiday to another country, for example? How are you going to keep the battery charged? Dennis assures him it's quite possible because the e-Tron GT has an 800-volt battery which allows up to 350 kilowatt fast charging. So it takes about 20 minutes to recharge the battery to 80%. That will take you another 320 kilometers. So you can take a coffee break for 20 minutes and then you're off again. Finally, it's time to change drivers. Emmanuel can now get his hands on the steering wheel. Driving a concept car on public roads with police escort isn't something he gets to do every day. While driving, he immediately notices something else. When you take the foot off the gas, it slows to a stop. Dennis says that's right. It doesn't creep at all. He says Audi decided not to have it creep. So you have to use the accelerator if you want to go anywhere. So that means it's recuperating energy right until you stop. It's this brake energy recuperation system along with the 90 kilowatt per hour battery fitted in the floor of the vehicle that Audi says gives it the 400 kilometer range. Dennis adds that the American market requires electric vehicles to have the AVAS system, which emits a sound up to a speed of 30 kilometers an hour so that pedestrians can hear it coming. So that was our trial of the Audi e-Tron in LA, a gentle stroll that you don't do every day. Dennis says he enjoyed it. Emmanuel certainly did, but now he's keen to try out the finished car. Dennis promises Audi won't disappoint in 2 years' time. So perhaps we'll be back here again in 2021, and then without the police escort.